Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to palette number 3. I know I skipped a couple of days. I took a break because I got so tired from my trip and I came back straight to filming. I did Monday and Tuesday, film, edit, upload, you know, all of that for 2 days, and it was just a little rough on your girl. So I was like, you know what, I just need to take a break. I need to clear my mind, and I need to organize everything, my room, just organize everything because it was a hot mess. So we're going to be talking about the Bling Boss palette today. Obviously you guys can see the purple. How freaking adorable is this, like, fuzzy backdrop? The purple is new. The back sparkly is another backdrop, so it's a 2-in-1 for this video, and I am loving the look. So as you can see, it's very purpley today. We're using the Bling Boss palette by Jaclyn Hill X Morphe, the Volt. So quick little overview if you guys haven't watched the other 2 videos, which are linked down in the description so you guys can check them out. The first is a little explanation, kind of like a little ranty explanation, and then the next one is the other review tutorial. This one has 10 shadows, 16 grams of product, retails for $15 individually, and the Volt as a whole is $49. Now I love the color family of this palette, obviously, especially this color and this color right here. They remind me of the shades from the Modern Renaissance palette, which I love from that palette, but in that palette, like, mine are literally like so fragile that you can, is it fragile or fragile? I say either or, whatever, tomato. But these 2 remind me so much of the colors from that palette. That palette's a little hard for me to use, and I'm going to say this right away. These colors worked pretty bomb. They're like the base of this look, and I really like them. I thought this color was going to be super hard to work with because I did watch other reviews and a lot of people hated it. They had a lot of fallout. You will be able to see in the tutorial that mine worked perfectly fine, and that's what I told you guys, like, from the beginning. There is inconsistencies in between all the palettes and the Volt as a whole. One palette works, one doesn't. One eyeshadow doesn't work, one palette is amazing. You know, it's just like a toss-up. But for me, this palette worked really good. Now I do have a couple of, like, cons about this palette. Now, like I've been saying in the other 2 palettes, this one doesn't have a cream shadow either, like a bone or like a nude matte shade. And this transition shade, I mean, it's a nice transition shade, but I feel like they're missing a different transition shade just to tie everything together. And especially since these 3 eyeshadows, this one right here, this one, and this one over here, are super similar. And we did see this with the other 2 palettes, 2 previous palettes that I reviewed. This one, they did the same thing, which I kind of thought was a bummer because they could have omitted one of these shades and added, like, that cream shade, or added, like, a different shimmery shade, maybe a more, like, wine toned shade. They have one right here, but this one, I think they needed, like, a darker shimmery one. This one down here is, like, super dark. In the palette, it seems like it's going to be, like, very burgundy. It definitely comes off, as you can see, more like brown burgundy rather than, like, how it looks in the pan, which is a little more purpley. The purple shadow obviously is beautiful. I did want to make it the focus of this look, but then I've seen so many tutorials that made the purple shadow the focus, so I decided to add it to my lower lash line and smoke it out and make the look very smoky. Obviously it was smoky to begin with, but yeah, I mean, the shimmery shades are beautiful. There's, like, no complaints there. They blend nicely, and I just, like, again, feel like they were missing a couple of shades and they had 3 repetitive shades. Other than that, for me, this palette, the eyeshadows felt very, very buttery. They blended beautifully. I had no issues blending, no skipping, no patchiness, no splatchiness, like I said in the first video. And I also really, again, like the packaging. It's the same packaging in all 4 palettes. It's that glossy white material that you can clean off easily. And then I would say I didn't have very much fallout with this one, which I was super, super impressed and surprised, because again, I've seen other girls who had an extreme amount of fallout, which again lies in the inconsistency in the palettes. I would say it's a toss-up with whichever palette you decide to buy, because some people are getting good palettes, some people's palettes are crappy, some people are liking their palettes, some people hate their palettes, and it's just up in the air with these palettes. I would honestly recommend that if you like any of the palettes and you don't want the Volt, buy them individually, obviously, so that you can have that choice of returning the palette if you didn't like it. And just know that with the Volt, you're going to have all 4, and it's a little hard to, you know, if you don't like one palette, you're going to return all the other 3 that maybe you do like, or you can only like one palette from the Volt and return it because the other 3 didn't work out. Then I would recommend you just return the Volt and buy that single palette that you liked, instead of, you know, keeping all the other ones that you didn't like. Like I said, mine so far, they have been good. Like, the only one that I haven't liked was that green shadow from the Armed and Gorgeous palette. That's literally the only shadow that hasn't worked like amazingly like the other ones. But again, you know, I'm just one person with one Volt. There's plenty of other girls that the Volt has not worked out for them. With all that mishmash talk, I will let you guys enjoy this tutorial. Now, the only thing I didn't show in the tutorial was the lower lash line color, because I didn't decide until after, like, I finished my eyelid that I wanted to pop that purple down there, and I totally forgot to turn the camera on to, like, you know, show you guys. But I just basically popped the color, what is it, Gem, in my lower lash line and just blended it out. So yeah, enjoy the tutorial. for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Let me know what you thought about this palette. If you bought it and you liked it, how did it work out for you? If you have the vault, and how did this palette work out for you? I really want to know, obviously, because you know, I've been watching a ton of reviews. They did not at all influence my opinion, because my opinion is solely based on how the product that I bought works for me, which is what I am letting you guys know, my experience with my palette that I bought, no one else's. But I do like to let you guys know that there is a lot of other reviews out there that people are not, this is bugging me because it's not centered, sorry, that are not liking this palette or the other palettes. So just make sure that when it comes to your decision on whether you want to buy these palettes or not, you make up your own decision. Of course, we are here to help, you know, I'm giving you my opinion, but like I said, my biggest advice would be buy them singly if you don't want them all. If you want them all and you try them all and more than two don't work out, return the vault and then just buy whichever single one you want. That would be honestly my best recommendation, and to buy them from Ulta, because unless you're going into a Morphe store and you're going to go return it at a Morphe store, I would just say buy it from Ulta. Their return policy is always amazing. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all your support. Let me know what you thought about this new backdrop. I'm so excited to continue to use it, even though I just did this purple look. I'm gonna have to find more purple shadows so I can do like another very purpley look. But yeah, again, thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. Don't forget to sound off in the comments. Let me know what you want to let me know, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.